coming to the next parameter, that is we are going to define the shape parameter. So when we are talking about shape, so it can be defined in two ways. First one is that are written here. First one is we can know that with the terms of sphericity we can define shape parameter, and second one is the aspect ratio. So before we moving to this sphericity in details, so sphericity means we are comparing it with sphere volume or sphere surface area to identify how what are the shape of these foods or vegetable product. So like it also be called as shape factor, and it can be determined by two ways. First one is the volume way. We can consider is with the help of calculating volume, and second one is with the help of taking surface area. So when we are talking about volume, so first definition comes to your mind, that is it is the ratio. Volume of solid means in case of food or vegetable material, food or vegetable, some sort of cereals, pulses, grains. So volume of that and to the volume of the sphere. So if you convert it into the volume of sphere, then we can get this formula. So this means volume of solid sample by volume of same sample with sphere. So to the power 1/3. In short form mathematically we can express as that A B C by A, where A is equal to major diameter and B is equal to intermediate diameter and C is equal to minor diameter, or sometimes we also called as the thickness. So major, minor and intermediate diameter we already discussed in size parameter. So what is the range for sphericity? For spherical particle it equal to 1, and for food material it value belongs to 0 to 1, minimum 0, maximum 1. Maximum 1 means it will be spherical product. Minimum 0 means it will not, like if you want to compare this some sort of cubes or rectangle, so this value is comes to very near to this 0 value, and it is not comes near to 1 value. So basically that means, so this value this shape is not identical for sphere volume. Same thing. In the same way we can discuss sphericity. So surface area techniques means we can also define sphericity, like what is the surface area of the sphere and of the product and same volume of the object. So if we simplify this formula, so it will comes like pi by dE square, where dE is equal to equivalent diameter and SP is equal to sphere volume surface area of this one particle in a meter. So if we further conversion it, like 6 Vp or dE by SP, where d is equal to already you know equivalent diameter, or SP is equal to here written surface area of this particle, and Vp is equal to volume. So for sometime it is also be used for non-spherical particle. So if we think we can determine the sphericity of non-spherical particle, so how can we determine? So here is the formula. So that indicates surface area of sphere having the same volume of the particle. Means first we compare with the help of sphere area, sphere surface area, then we can ratio, then it will be divided by the surface area of the particle. So like volume of the sphere is equal to pi by 6 d to the power cube. You know this volume of sphere, it is equal to the volume of this particle. So equivalent diameter will also be found by rearranging this, means 1/3. So this equivalent diameter, what are the written here, 6 by pi Vp to the power 1/3 is very important for different types of, like it is also sometime asking get. So remember this value pi 6 by pi to the power Vp into 1 by third. If volume is 1, then its value should be 6 by pi to the power 1 by third. So next is equal to equivalent diameter, means same like diameter of the sphere having the same volume of the particle. Equivalent diameter means for sphericity we can define as the ABC to the power 1 by third by A. This upper portion, this value is also known as this equivalent diameter. How it is effective? Because when we talk about this fine material like powdery material, it is very difficult to identify like exact volume and surface area. So therefore equivalent diameter is taken into consideration to determine this sphericity value, as well as this contribution is there, what is the value of D60, D10, D30 similarly. And we can also how can we analyze this? The screen analysis, different types of sieves are used to segregate it based on their opening size and microscopic examination. These are the formula for equivalent diameter. So equivalent diameter by the measured diameter will be sphericity, and simply this, if we someone asks for equivalent diameter, that will be simply measured diameter minor diameter into intermediate diameter to the power 1 by third. So one thing I forgot to tell you. So here in slide I written 2A, 2B, 2C. What is that? If we assume this is material, 2A means this total value. When you are mathematically solving this problem, we should take this A value, means only we can take this only A value. For example, if any material having A value will be 8, means 2A value will be 8, 2B value will be 6, and somewhat 2C values be 4. So if we want to find this equivalent diameter, then we can like written as, or means half of this 4 into 3 into 2 to the power 1 by third. So you can't directly put this value as it is not given. So here, that's why I am telling you, this ABC means radius of this material we can put for solving this numerical. So the next parameter that we taken into consideration to determine to describe the shape of any material, that is the aspect ratio. Aspect ratio means B by A. Simply B is equal to width and A is equal to length. If we divide it by length with respect to width, then we can got this aspect ratio. So higher will be aspect ratio, means it will be near to this circle or near to this same sphere volume. So it value will be less, then it will be show like this material also, this oval material having aspect ratio near about 1, and this material is value will be less than 0.5, maybe assume we can that. So what is the need of this aspect ratio? So design of conveyors. So when you are sending any material through conveyor, so if a material shape is like sphericity, we know the sphericity value or aspect ratio, roundness value or angle of repose value. So that will give us how much quantity we can transfer through this conveyor belt, and what is the elevation, up to which elevation we can transport this material. For that, what is radius of curvature, that I discuss later. So roundness, simply how is material is round with shape of circular shape or not. Angle of repose means if we take a powdery material, for example like wheat flour is free fall condition, it will make a heap formation in normal condition. So this it will make certain angle. So this angle is denoted as the angle of repose. If this moisture content of this product will be high, then its value will be got affected. If it is less, then this value will be also got affected. It is coarse material, means bigger size, its value also got affected. If it's smaller, finer particle, it is also got affected. So these are interlinked with each other. So anything will change that will directly impact on impact on entire profile of this food property. So secondary thing, second thing that I told, like radius of curvature. Curvature means straight line. We can say this is straight line. We can say this curved line. This is straight line, this is curved line. Means what will be the radius of this curved line? So why it is important? Because if any material having state like this, if you want to, if this material is stored in a vehicle, if you want to unload this like this way, so when we are unloading, so this corner will got damaged, maybe it will be maybe some sort of, it will very difficult to unloading. So if this material having circular shape or some sort of spherical shape, so it will be easily come through this conveyor and it will be directly and without less damage. So sharply means this more sharply rounded surface of contact with the getter will be the stress surface. Means if it is surface area is not uniform, like it's not in our range, so like not spherical, not round, or not like any other belongs to any other category, so it will be very difficult to unloading as well as damages of this product takes place. So with so to eliminate this, we have taken one term, that is we can define with the help of radius of curvature. So it determines how material easily flow, easily roll in some certain case. So how it will be calculated? Radius of curvature may be calculated by this formula. So this instrument is mainly used for to determine the radius of curvature. Means like here is the curved surface, this is the maybe instrument, this tip, and this is the pin. So S means this height value and D means what is the diameter covered. So that will give this radius of curvature. If you want to calculate the minimum radius of curvature, how we can calculate? Simply h by 2, height by 2. Height is equal to what is that? Minor or major diameter. Means if a material having minor diameter is 6 or major diameter is 8, simply we can calculate it how it is. 4 plus 3, 7. So radius of curvature will be 3. If it is denoted in a meter, so it will be 3.5 is equal to minimum radius of curvature for that particular material. If you want to know this maximum radius of curvature, how it is? So simple, same thing, h square means average of this major and minor diameter. So next topic we can come to that surface area. Surface area means area that are associated with surface, simply in one line, or we can segregate it in different forms. Like first one is classified as boundary surface area. Surface area that are associated with boundary layer. How can we estimate it? Using some sort of measuring instrument, scales, vernier caliper, micrometer, same thing we can, or image analysis we can take. For us modern, we can use image analysis for calculating surface area, and some sort of image analysis process is still so upgrade, so we can directly detect from it. So calculation method, how we can calculate surface area. So first one is the contact printing. on by graph paper, counting the square. So how? If we take in one graph paper, assume this is graph paper, we take a leaf, so it will be leaf. Maybe we put an inner boundary on that graph paper. So simply we can remove this leaf and count how much square value, how much graph paper is occupied by this leaf. By counting method we can simply identify the surface area method, but it is very time taking procedure. So we prefer this airflow planimeter, or now we can use projection method using shadow graph, or we can simply prefer this image analysis text parameter. For fruits and vegetables, we can know this, like skins area or peel surface area are estimated during this process. So these are the main techniques related associated with the surface area. Means boundary surface area we can calculate it, and it is this like we can trace with the help of graph paper or airflow planimeter or projection method, or using shadow graph we can calculate it using that. Pore means pore, amount of volume, void space available on the surface area. Pores. And if anything is associated with the pore, means amount of void space is available. So if we contact type of like surface pore, surface, internal pore means internal. So what would the like if we are talking about internal pores, it's amount of pores present in this internally. Surface means surface, outer perimeter, simple. So in normally we can't determine this pore surface area, because sometimes it is not visible also. We can use some sort of highly accurate instrument to measure this. So we can estimate it in two ways, either fluid flow technique or using gas displacement method. What is gas displacement method? I will elaborate in later. Or we can define per unit volume or per unit mass of the solid particle. So method how to calculate it based on adsorption or fluid flow. Adsorption means how much vapor or gas that material can absorb. With the help of this we can directly calculate it is pore surface area. Simply the quantity of inert vapor. So we using inert vapor, because if we don't use inert vapor, it will may change place, some sort of physical or chemical changes maybe takes place on that. So we always prefer inert gas or inert vapor to do this analysis. Absorbance, porosity, pore surface area of this surface. Pore surface also means dependent, how it is directly linked with the area of the surface. The amount of gas or vapor that can be absorbed proportional to the surface area, means how much amount of gas or vapor that are absorbed by this material, particular material, that is directly proportional to the surface area, that indicates this pore surface area. Understand? So means amount of vapor or liquid that are absorbed by this material during this absorption process, that will indicate this pore surface area. So another way we can determine, that is fluid flow technique. It is like this process is very complicated, and just know this what are the techniques. So we can know this by using here also Reynolds number comes. So what is Reynolds number? As you know, again I am writing rho Vd by mu, where mu is equal to viscosity of this fluid, rho is equal to density, v is equal to velocity, d is equal to diameter. This gives us Reynolds number. If we don't know, remember this, Reynolds number is equal to rho Vd by mu.